My dating years are far, far behind me, and I didn't do a lot of it. In high school, I had 2 boyfriends, and both of them were gay. Also true story. And I can't recommend a gay high school boyfriend enough. They were both of them were awesome. You know, they're really good looking and smart and funny, dressed really well, had excellent hygiene. And the best part about it was both those guys, they didn't care whether I was a girl that their buddies thought was hot, you know. They cared about me for me and for my ability to talk with them for hours at a time about General Hospital plot lines. And what else did we talk? Dissect Joan Rivers comedy bits, watch Broadway musicals together on TV, and try to learn the choreo to some of the dance numbers. So we had so much in common. Happy years. And no, neither one of them ever wanted to make out with me. You know, kind of sad story there. But we were living in a very conservative Christian place and time, saving ourselves for marriage. So essentially, my 2 gay boyfriends were perfect gentlemen. I graduated high school and went to college and began to experiment, you know, as you do. And for me, that meant dating straight boys. And I found out right away that I had a type. Not a type I was attracted to, I've already established what that was, but a type that was attracted to me, and that was boys with a marriage fantasy. I wasn't a girl who got hit up for late night booty calls or one night stands. I got hit up for brunch with mom and dad when they visited on Sunday, because mom and dad liked me a lot. But anyway, even when I was dating, though, I don't think I was ever very good at it. I don't think I really mastered the techniques of flirting that so many other young women seem to be so good at. I recently had a friend comment, a single friend, that all she needs to do to get a man to come and talk to her is to make eye contact with him. And I thought, that sounds like magic. I don't think that's ever worked for me. I mean, except one time. There was one time I made eye contact with a guy, and he came over and talked to me. But he just wanted to talk to me for 45 minutes about his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And then the sex was terrible. As a person who's been married a long time, I can tell you something married people love to talk about is their free pass list. Sometimes called the hall pass list. I'm sure you know what it is, but just in case anyone doesn't, it's that list of people that you'd be allowed to sleep with if you ever got the opportunity. And just to clarify, it has to be celebrities. You can't put exes or attractive coworkers on the list, because that will make your partner very angry. But people ask me, well, who's on your free pass list? And I have to say, I don't have a free pass list. I can't think of a single celebrity that I can imagine would be interested in sleeping with me. I can't even fantasize about it. You know, I try to get a good one going. Like, okay, I'm staying in a hotel for a conference, and I get on the elevator to go up to my floor, and there's one other person in the elevator, and when I look at him, I realize it's my ultimate celebrity crush. And heart's racing, push the button to go to my floor. Halfway there, the elevator stalls. And I'm like, this is it. You know, I'm stuck on an elevator with this gorgeous celebrity I've been crushing on for years, right? I'm gonna shoot my shot. So I look over at him, and I try to make that alluring eye contact. And I say, hey, it looks like we're gonna be here a minute. You wanna make out? And he just says, ma'am, please stay on your side of the elevator. And it's just so devastating to be shot down by Danny DeVito like that, even in a fantasy scenario. I can't do it. I don't have a free pass list. I have a lot of friends who are single and dating, and they confide to me about their repeated experiences of disappointment and heartbreak. And I want to be able to commiserate, but it's just been too long, you know, since I've been out there in that world. But then it recently dawned on me, I do have one relationship in my life that's not completely dissimilar from what my single friends are experiencing. And that's my relationship with my 21-year-old son. He used to tell me everything, you know. There was a time when I knew so much about Minecraft. But nowadays, I'll be 6 or 7 paragraphs into a text before I finally get a single K in response. Or on a good day, maybe a love you too. You know, I try to get him to do things with me, invite him to shows or events, and he says, I'm going to do that with my friends, a group I don't belong to. It's a very sad story. But I feel like, you know, I too have this guy in my life that I'm crazy about. And but he doesn't answer my texts. He occasionally tells me he loves me. He won't spend time with me. And there's 0 chance we're ever going to have sex. So I think I relate. I consider myself a feminist. Anybody else? Guys raise their hand. I love that. But I consider myself a feminist, but I don't hate men. I actually like men. Not all of them. I mean, hashtag not all men. But in general, I like them, and I feel for them. I sympathize with them. I think men have a hard time. Like, I notice these days that more and more men are worrying about their body image. That used to be just women's, burden. But now men are doing that too. And I just want to tell men, all bodies are beautiful. You know, it doesn't matter. I don't care, you know, if you're fat or skinny, you have a dad bod, just plain average. The only body type that I find even a little bit off-putting, sorry Pete, don't take this personally, but it's somebody who's like super muscular and fit, you know, super body fat, 6-pack abs. And it's just that when I look at somebody like that, all I can think is, he didn't get that body by doing one single thing that I enjoy. So, yeah, no offense. I do worry about men too, that they worry too much. I won't pick on you for this one.
You can be as much as you want.
I think men worry too much about their penis size. I've heard quite a few men express the fear that no woman will love them if they don't have a really large penis. And I feel for them so much. And I just want to say, guys, not all women care about that. I mean, okay, some do. I can't speak for my whole gender, but a lot of us don't care. There's a lot of women out there who are going to look at you, see you as a whole person, and just really value the kind of money you have. These are women who just want to see a nice thick roll of cash, you know, a long, well-developed stock portfolio, you know, sharply rising interest rates, always a plus, and, you know, a nice heavy sack of balls for those golf games that you're going to play with your CEO buddies down at the country club. That's what women like. So don't worry about your penises.